All right, back on the road. Just leaving Bellingham, Washington. How's it going?
It's going to Edison.
That works. Yeah, I'm going much further, but that works. If you do agree that the country is a bit of a divided place, do you have a sense as to why you think that is?
Why we're divided? I mean, have we ever been unified? I mean,
Yeah.
I would say, this idea that things were more unified and congenial in the past maybe is not necessarily true. But I would say a difference between then and now is our differences are amplified in a way that maybe in the past our similarities and the things we share were amplified.
Yeah.
We had, they always talk about the old days, with 3 TV networks, 60% of the country was watching the same show on a Friday night. We were going to movie theaters and watching the same movies. And, there was an industry about trying to appeal to some sort of common denominator. And now there is an industry about exploiting what's different about us. There's an industry in exploiting our niche interests. And what divides us, maybe we're more alike than we think, just because we don't think about how much more alike we are. We think about how much more different we are now, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm gonna do some highway hitchhiking, which sucks, but I gotta get down closer to Seattle. Seeing if I can figure out a way to get picked up without breaking my femur. Hey, how are you?
There's no hitchhiking on those on-ramps,
There's no hitchhiking on the highway.
which is this part here, by Department of Transportation.
I was told
There's a sign
differently.
at the top of the ramp.
So I can stand at the top of the ramp?
Nope.
But then I'm not on the ramp, right?
If you want to hitchhike on the county roads or in the city, that's up to you, but not here on the ramps. Does that make sense?
No hitchhiking on the on-ramps. No, there's no hitchhiking on the highways. I don't see a damn sign. So the result of this is I'm gonna have to walk for quite a bit of time to get through this, entirely through the city of Burlington. Hey, how's it going?
How are you? I fucking miss not being able to talk. You can't even have a conversation anymore with people because if you don't agree with them and they just start screaming at you, it's like, dude, that's why I got a divorce, I mean, that's where I'm at, Hey,
Yeah. Hey, man.
stay safe. Everyone's fucking insane these days, okay?
Yeah, I will. Take it easy, man. Well, on a whim, I'm just gonna take that last guy's advice and head right up into the North Cascades. Hey, how's it going?
Right?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Really far, but it does not feel like people see themselves as being on the same team. I don't know if you felt the same way at all.
I think at this point, most people are everything seems to be carved out to appeal to one of the two sides. There's not a lot of things that together people can enjoy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Throw this in the back. Well, pretty far, but right now the Rockport direction. My name's Luke.
I'm Robert.
Nice to meet you, Robert. Yeah. Whew.
I worked for years in the wood industry up here, cutting timber for years. Then I had an electronics background from the military, so I got back into electronics, and then I did 24 years as a network engineer, video engineer in the cable industry.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And so my wife and I are both retired up here. It's awesome. I can afford it. I have no issues at all.
Yeah.
And what do you get with Democrats?
Yeah.
Tax.
And
That's
what about,
all Democrats know is tax, tax, tax.
what do you think the Democratic Party is trying to do? Like, you know, I mean, what are the goals there?
Socialism.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. It's socialism. That's what they're after. This Giovanni, that goofball in New York,
Yeah.
he is a devout communist. That guy is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they're saying his numbers are actually going up. He's
Yeah.
like over 50% now in New York. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
When you say socialism, because I hear like a bunch of different definitions for things in this word. Like, there's socialism on one end, which to me is like, hey, let's fund the schools, let's fund the roads. Then there's socialism on the other end, which is as close as it can be to like communism, Soviet Russia,
Right.
corruption.
It's all about, we're going to give you everything. You don't need anything. You don't need to earn it. We're just going to give everybody the same thing.
Got you. Yeah.
And it's not like they differentiate. So I'm sorry if it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you do or what you are, you all get the same thing.
Yeah. What do you think of Donald Trump?
Oh, I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I absolutely think he's doing an absolutely amazing job. And they don't want to give him any credit for anything he does.
Yeah.
But the numbers speak for themselves.
For you, what are the issues that you think he's doing the best job with? You know,
Economy,
getting it more
the
jobs,
border,
closing up the
closing
border.
up the border. And Tom Holman is doing an unbelievable job with ICE
Yeah.
in removing absolute criminals. And so the Democrats keep saying, oh, well, they're deporting citizens and they're doing this and they're doing that, and they're not. It's not true. The narrative that the Democrats are trying to push is false. It's not even true.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just really irritating.
I hear what you're saying, but I do, like, I wonder sometimes, like, if they can't prove the deportation, like, people aren't getting deported, but the people get sucked up in the system. You know, you're locked up for 2-3 weeks, you can lose your job. You know what I mean? So I wonder if for some people Trump this might be too aggressive.
If they have a job,
Yeah.
they're still illegal. If they came across that border undocumented, didn't come through the right way, they're still illegal. It's against the law for them to come into the country that way. And you know, one of the things that's really notable is that the legal immigrants don't want them here. They do not want those people here.
Yeah.
They're taking their jobs.
Well, hey, I appreciate it again,
All right,
man.
man.
Yeah, hey, take care.
Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You bet.
I don't really know where I am. Definitely in the foothills of the Cascades, though. So.
How's it going, man?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Good.
Name's Luke, by the way.
AJ.
Nice to meet you, AJ.
Yeah, likewise, dude.
Thanks.
Right on. Something I got going on, dude. I love life, man. I'm just having fun. I've made a lot of, like, you know, errors and failures and struggles, but I have no regrets. Yeah, I think through those struggles and failures, I've like have a real empathy for people, and right now I'm working as a psychiatric nurse, and that's kind of where I ended up after lots of figuring out what the hell I'm supposed to do on this planet Earth, and it feels like a good spot. And so I'm helping folks out with their struggles. I was pretty young when like 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
But like I do remember distinctly. I think I was probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And like or like when they got Saddam Hussein, like the amount of like bloodlust that the United States had for like someone. They were like or like the how we were sort of like we had this Islamophobia and there was a sort of a cultural dehumanization that was occurring at that time, and I just was like, first time I've experienced anything like that, and it was just it felt stark, and I think I do feel that there is like a degradation of social fabric in the United States, and I mean I see that in my work, like in mental health. People just like are they fall through the cracks. There's no support for them, and they're written off as being other, or subhuman somehow. And I think it's tricky because like social media and like all of this, there's like this algorithm. It's formulaic in its approach, where it just operates on our nervous system level to like fire our fight or flight responses for clicks, for views, so they can get monetization. And it's and extreme content gets likes, and it is further dividing people. And it's not just like conservative or liberal or red or blue. It's like gender, it's age, it's like every kind of quality a person can have is like or like on every axis, we're kind of getting pulled apart a bit. I think of church. I am not like a Christian or religious person, but I think that certainly church and religion has the benefit of like ritual and meaning making, and I think as we've become more modern, we've I think become less Christian, I think. But I'm not saying I'm certainly not, because I went to Catholic school and I'm very much just like, oh God, Christianity. But I think that when you sort of move away from a tradition, in that I think, and especially as like a white, person here, on this like land that we just, had stolen a long time ago, there's sort of like the what do we do now, there's sort of an erasure of like previous history, of like my, heritage, it's just, we arrived here and, I'm just American, just blend, like, and so I like, I think with some communities I've been part of, things that like really gel us are like when we take time to like celebrate the passage of time, like in seasons. We've done like Beltane or like May Day, where you jump over the fire to sort of reinvigor the spirit, and it's just like, it's all kind of done tongue in cheek, but like you're doing this with people you care about, and doing it together in this like silly, absurd way. And I think the people that I've done like do those things with, it's like we're you look out for each other, and because like it gives you it sort of also sets up a space where it's like, you can reciprocate if you need help, like you can ask for it. It's like, I think what a church sort of offers in these ways. And so I think there's like a spiritual crisis perhaps.
All right, I am way up in the Northern Cascades near this pretty famous rock climb called Liberty Bell. The dude AJ recommended this spot. He's never actually been here himself. It's not really an actual campground, but he said it's a place where he sees other people pull off onto the side of the road to camp, and It started to rain, but I took him up on it, you know. His suggestion, have a little bit of like a spirit quest or a vision quest journey tonight. I've got some psilocybin chocolate in my backpack, and you know, as long as the weather doesn't get too squirrely, I might scramble up into the mountains and dip into some of that stuff this evening. So I'll report back.
Follow target lost.
At least for the moment, the rain has stopped. Some large birds seem to be aware of my presence and alarmed by it. I'm gonna kind of head my way up into this ravine, and we'll see. Hopefully there's a nice plateau to set up a hammock and get a good campsite going. All right, I think I've decided where I'm gonna camp. There's a nice little spot back up in there. It's real cozy, but I want a view. So I'm gonna set myself up in some of these trees down over here. Then I might eat dinner up here to, you know, separate church and state bear-wise. The bad news for tonight is that the mosquitoes are hungry. The good news is that the sun is starting to break through. I got this little bit of a nervous feeling in my stomach, just being in the mountains alone, and of course the fact that I'm gonna take a little bit of a nibble of this psilocybin chocolate. Here they are. See you on the flip. The camera is a friend now, because I am sad to be alone. I'm okay. I can go out and I can love. And that's okay, and that's beautiful. Warmer clothes will be good. Hello, beautiful world! Oh, beautiful world, I am a part of thee. There is no good, there is no evil. There's only healthy and sick. Holy fucking shit. I'm so grateful just to be able to be here and be a part of this. I wish you could see the stars. But I'm pretty sure that's just blank screen.